What's up, y'all? It's Claire and welcome to my lair. I'm sure you guys have heard about Logan Paul spending $5.25 million on the most expensive Pokemon card in existence, the one-of-one PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator. But I'm not here to talk about any of that. $5.25 million is a lot of money, so I thought it'd be cool to show you guys how I'd spend $5.25 million on just Pokemon cards and memorabilia. Between research, planning, shooting, and editing, I easily spent 80 plus hours making this video for y'all, so if you guys are digging the content or you learned something new, likes and subscribes would be very much appreciated. And now for our paid advertisement. It's me. I'm the paid partnership. It me. So I stream on Whatnot, I do rip and ships and box breaks, so one way that y'all could help me out is by checking me out on there. Also, thank you Cards and Stuff 254 for gifting me a box of Starbirth. I will be doing a charity stream soon, and 100% of the proceeds will be going to a Ukrainian charity called Spilka NYC. So go check me out on there. My username is clairslair, and I'll also be linking it down in the description for you guys. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. The 2006 Japanese Touch Exchange Spring Battle Road promo in a PSA 10 with the stamp. This card was given out to participants of the Mllion tag battle held at Regional Spring Battle Road in 2006. It was reprinted as one of the unnumbered promotional cards with updated Generation 4 artwork by the same artist and given to participants of the Diamond and Pearl tag battle held at Summer Battle Road in 2007. These cards were necessary for the tag battle rules version of the TCG, utilized in the tag battles, which required 2 versions of this card to be included as part of a normal 60-card deck to initiate a partner switch where each player exchanges their hand with their partner. As a TCG player myself, this special ruling specific to this tournament only makes this card a part of
TCG history.
This card last sold for $350 in 2021 and is a Pop 8. Someone is selling one currently for $2,000, and whoever got this card for $350 got a steal. Not to mention, in 2019, a PSA 10 sold for only $82. It's crazy. 2005 Japanese Summer Battle Road Victory Orb. So this card was given to the top 3 competitors in each age division from the 2005 and 2006 Summer Battle Road tournaments. This version was an alteration from the 2003 and 2004 tournaments, altered from the same artist adding Mew. And it's my favorite because it has Mew, of course. A BGS 9.5 sold for $17,670 on PWCC in June of 2020 and is a Pop 1. And a PSA 10 sold for $15,350 and is a Pop 21. All the evolutions from the 2002 Volume 14 Trainers Magazine in a PSA 10. Each value around $300 and are very undervalued in my opinion. You could only acquire these cards from the Volume 14 Trainers Magazine, so the pop going much higher is pretty unlikely, plus the artwork is amazing. The Jolteon is a Pop 76, the Flareon a Pop 75, and the Vaporeon is a Pop 70. I'd also love to buy the actual copy of the magazine because the art is just so awesome. It's the essence of OG Pokemon, and they definitely don't make magazines like this anymore. The magazine is valued around $400, and I'd love 2 copies, one sealed for my display and one for me to open and enjoy myself, and 3 copies of each card in a PSA 10. A complete set of PSA 10 Vending Misaki promo cards. As a huge fan of the Vending series, I'd love to one day own a complete set of the Vending Misaki promo cards in a PSA 10. With the release of Vending Series 3, the Evolution by Mail campaign launched. In order to obtain the fully evolved versions of Kadabra, Machoke, Graveler, and Ammonite, you had to send in one of those cards along with a pass card to Bill's PC Media Factory. In return, you received the evolved version as a holo promo card. The artworks are awesome, and 2 of the Misaki promos are arts by Tomokazu Komiya, which is one of my favorite Pokemon card artists. The importance of having these in a PSA 10 is that it's very hard to get one of these in that grade. These cards in a 10 are survivors of the Misaki Mark. These cards were mailed in a letter, and the way it was placed inside caused an indent on the card. The Gengar last sold for $8,100, the Amistar $2,700, the Machamp $2,600, the Alakazam $5,588, and the Golem at $3,226, and I'd love to own 3 copies of each. The 2015 Battle Festa Pikachu and a PSA 10. So this card was only available to players at the Battle Festa tournament of November in 2015. This is the second Battle Festa Pikachu artwork printed, and the artwork is by 5-Band Graphics. Battle Festa 2015 was held at 5 different locations across Japan: Hiroshima Prefectural Industrial Exhibition Hall, Pacifico Yokohama, Intex Osaka, and the Nagoya Trade and Industry Center. I would love to buy 5 copies of this card in a PSA 10, each valuing around $880. It's a really nice Pika trophy with sick art. Complete set of Japanese Delta Species evolutions in a PSA 10. I already own the Espeon and I'd love to complete the full set. These cards are from Holland Research Tower, also known as Delta Species in English. I'm a huge fan of Delta Species, and the arts are just so beautiful to me. One day I'd even love to open up a box. The Umbreon last sold for $621, and it's a pop 67. The Flareon last sold at $360, and it's a pop 43. The Vaporeon last sold at $355, and is a pop 51. And the Jolteon last sold for $405, and is a pop 49. And I'd love to own 3 copies of each. These low pop evolutions are a great addition to any collection. A PSA 10 Jigglypuff Challenge Open Japanese promo. This card was given out to participants of the Challenge Europa tournaments in August of 2009. A cool thing about this card is, as you can see, there's a Chatot in the background. Well, there's a Chatot card also given out at the same tournament with a different view of the Jigglypuff artwork. It would be super sick to own both. This card is a pop 20 and last sold for $328 on eBay in February of 2022. Before that, this card sold on PWCC in 2019 for only $82. That's a 300% increase. Stonks aside, I just really adore this artwork. It's a beautiful card and it's a low pop. I'd love to own 3 copies. The 2001 Nadawake Volume 5 manga with the Hoppip promo card. Nadawake, or How I Became a Pokemon card, is a Japanese manga by Kagamaru Himeno. Each chapter is based around one Pokemon, and at some point in the story, an image of an actual Pokemon card is shown, and the story expands on the image shown on the card and how the Pokemon got there.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
In this volume, there's actually a story about the Team Rocket Magikarp, which is also illustrated by Himeno. Each story is how a certain card came to be. The promo card in this volume is Hoppip, in which one of the chapters revolves around. Fun fact, the Hoppip from Neo Discovery is also based off the story from the manga. It's a really cute story about Hoppip teaching Gengar how to be less scary and how to be able to smile. Eventually, Gengar was able to smile naturally because of the Hoppip, and the other Pokemon weren't scared of him anymore, and the promo card shows 3 Hoppips on Gengar's head in reference to the story. Such an adorable card, and the story is also super cute. I got the footage from Pokemon Flying Master where he reads the story in the manga, and I'll link that down in the description if y'all want to see the full chapter and hear the story. Volume 5's art is especially awesome to me, although I'd love to collect the whole set. It runs around $450 with the included promo card from what I could currently find. The 2016 20th Anniversary Battle Festa Mew. This card was one of 2 cards awarded to players who accumulated 12 play points at a series of events held at the 20th Anniversary Festa. Eligible events included the 20th Anniversary Battle, the Classic Battle, the Showa vs. Heisei Battle, the Sylveon Girls Battle, the Shiftry Masters Battle, and the 3-on-3 Battle. There were a total of 6 events, and each event was worth 2 play points, and an extra 6 play points were awarded to those who advanced. This card last sold for $2,025 in a PSA 10 and is a pop 156. I'd love to own 5 copies of this card. The artwork is so beautiful, and the reverse Sparkle Holo is such a nice touch, along with Arita's signature printed on the card. And it's not only a trophy, it's a 20th anniversary trophy with a 20th anniversary stamp. Very commemorative. The Mew EX from Holland Phantoms in a PSA 10. Holland Phantoms is the 13th expansion of the EX series. The expansion was set in Holland, south of the city around which EX Delta Species was based. So the region of Holland is not canon, but a concept done in the TCG for the sets EX Delta Species, Holland Phantoms, Crystal Guardians, and Dragon Frontiers. The lore behind this region is that scientists were doing experiments on Pokemon, giving them a different type than what they were originally. Because of the more natural habitat, fewer of the Delta Species Pokemon are dual type, as in the set Delta Species, where the Pokemon are dual type with metal. The Mew has last sold for $2,500 in a PSA 10 and is a Pop 48. I'd love to own 5 copies, such a gorgeous card. The Unseen Forces, Espeon and Umbreon in a PSA 10. Espeon and Umbreon are my 2 favorite evolutions, and the arts for these cards are incredible. The Umbreon is a Pop 34 and is listed on eBay currently for $7,900, and the Espeon is a Pop 33 and listed online for $7,000. I'd love to own 5 copies of each. These are some of the biggest hits in Unseen Forces, and the pops are low, and due to the scarcity of EX sets, the pops probably won't go much higher. The Absol and Jirachi from EX Team Magma versus Team Aqua in a PSA 10. I love this set, the art is incredible, and this card is my favorite Absol art. This card is the secret rare along with the Jirachi, which is also on my list because Jirachi is one of my favorite Pokemon. The Absol is a Pop 48 and last sold for $830 in 2021, and the Jirachi last sold for $600 and is a Pop 45. I'd love to own 5 copies of each. The Suicune EX from Team Magma versus Team Aqua in a PSA 10. The last card I'm going to mention from this criminally underrated set is the beautiful Suicune EX. This card last sold on PWCC for $4,800 in 2021 and is a Pop 33. I'd love to own 5 copies. The Jirachi second season play promo in a PSA 10. This card is beautiful and also a play promo, and again, one of my favorite Pokemon. The Play Series cards were released exclusively through the Pokemon Players Club, which replaced the original Pokemon Fan Club in 2003. By attending weekly sessions, players would obtain experience points through completing various tasks to go towards promotional cards. For example, winning a match for 30 experience points, even losing a match for 10 experience points, or even hosting an event for 100 experience points. This card was released as one of the play promotional cards available in the Players Club continuation kits, given to people who subscribed to the Players Club for a second straight season in 2004. This card last sold on PWCC for $192 and is a Pop 152. I would buy 10 copies to be conservative. The Jirachi EX Reverse Holo from EX Deoxys in a PSA 10. This card is a reverse holo, which is why it has the stamp on it, and I'm a big fan of stamped cards. I think they make the cards look way cooler, plus it's max rarity with the gold lettering. This card last sold for $860 in March of 2022 and is a Pop 12. Extremely low pop, and I can only see this card going up in value, especially since EX Deoxys is such a hard set to come by. The pop probably won't go much higher, if at all. I definitely love to buy 3 copies. The 2003 Japanese movie commemoration VS Pack Furina's Jirachi in a PSA 10. The movie commemoration VS Pack was released on July 19th of 2003. This half deck focuses on grass, psychic, and dark type Pokemon and features many Pokemon that were in the movie Jirachi the Wishmaker. Starting with the 4th movie, they released these VS half decks. The Japanese half decks are so much cooler than American decks and are super cool for display. This card last sold for $876 in March of 2022 and is a Pop 11, and I'd love to buy 3 copies. 20 PSA 9 First Edition Shadowless Charizards. This one is definitely more of an investment for sure. There's a huge discrepancy between prices for a PSA 9 and a PSA 10 First Edition Shadowless Charizard. The 9 can buy you a Toyota, while the other could literally buy you a mansion in most states. Not to mention, some strong 9s could be crossed over to BGS to get a BGS 9.5, which will fetch you a good 4 to 5 times more. The pop report for a 9 is $700, while the 10 is a pop $121. That is a big difference and is why there's a big price difference, but I think it's still too big of a difference and it's just a safe overall investment option. Around February and March of 2021, a PSA 9 was selling at a high for around $40,000 to $50,000, and in November 2021, a 9 sold for $23,000. For 20, a whopping total of $460,000, and we still have a lot more to go. Neo Revelation Double Blister Pack. This is on my list simply because I love these blisters. They look super cool, and I absolutely need them for my seal display. They also look really nice because they're in a double plastic blister, so it's double, and it's one of the few series that featured a plastic blister. Fun fact, Neo Revelation was the first set to introduce Shining Pokemon. I found one on eBay at $1,200 and I'd love to buy 2 for my display. The Espeon and Umbreon Gold Star in a PSA 10. Next on the list are a couple of cards you all know and love and are highly sought after by collectors. The Espeon and Umbreon Gold Star. These are both from Pop Series 5. Pop Series 5 was exclusively released through organized play events. It was the last EX promotional series to be released for the Pokemon Organized Play program, and it included some of the last Japanese promo cards to be released in English, the Espeon and the Umbreon, which were previously only released as Japanese play promotional cards. The Espeon last sold at $20,400 and is a Pop 56, and the Umbreon last sold at $14,400 and is a Pop 50. I'd love to buy 3 of each, especially since, again, these are my 2 favorite evolutions. These are the only non-holo gold stars. However, in Japanese, they are holo. Originally, to obtain the Japanese version of this Umbreon, players had to accumulate 70,000 points, and due to the short time frame to obtain these points, the Japanese version of this card was extremely hard to obtain. This card is also on my list, and the last sold for $70,000 in a BGS 9.5 on PWCC. One of my big goal cards for sure. The Celebi and Pikachu Gold Stars in a PSA 10. The next 2 Gold Stars on my list are the Celebi and Pikachu Gold Stars. This is one of the coolest Pikachu arts. The Celebi is from Crystal Guardians and last sold for $2,760 and is a Pop 88, and the Pikachu is from Holland Phantoms and last sold for $6,000 and is a Pop 101. I'd love to buy 5 of each. The Latios and Latias Gold Star in a PSA 10. These are another set of beautiful gold stars, and it's only right to have the pair, and from a beautiful set EX Deoxys. The Latias last sold at $10,902 and is a Pop 24, and the Latios sold for $20,100 and is a Pop 21. Exciting to see where these cards are going to go, as the last solds on PWCC were in 2020. I'd love to buy 3 copies of each. Play promos in a PSA 10. As mentioned earlier, by attending weekly sessions, players would obtain experience points through various activities to go towards promotional cards. The lowest amount was 1,000 experience points at a level 1, and the highest amount was 70,000 points at a level 10, which is what got you that Mllion we just talked about. Members reaching level 7 at 20,000 points became EX members, referencing the Pokemon EX era, and could purchase exclusive Players Club goods and gain preferential entry into qualifiers for the TCG World Championships. The Vaporeon Gold Star Play promo required 10,000 experience points, and this card in a PSA 10 is a pop 115 and last sold at $3,175. The Jolteon Gold Star Play promo required 20,000 experience points, and this card is a pop 79 and last sold at $4,000. The Mew EX Play promo required 7,000 experience points, and this card is a pop 158 and last sold at $2,760. The Celebi EX Play promo required 5,000 experience points, and this card is a pop 155 and last sold at $1,200 in 2021. The Celebi has the same art as an Unseen Forces, while the Mew is a Japanese exclusive, and I'd love to buy 3 copies of each of these cards. Daisuke Club promos. The Pokemon Daisuke Club is a Japanese Pokemon fan club that started in June of 2004. This club featured many activities for its members, including mini-games, contests, special events, and offers. My list includes the Umbreon Daisuke Club promo, which required 7,200 action points, and in a PSA 10, this card is a pop 23 and last sold for $18,100. Next up is a Grail trophy card, the Master Scroll Daisuke Club promo, which required 8,600 action points. This card is a pop 26 and last sold for $21,600. Next up, we have the Espeon Daisuke Club promo, which required 8,600 action points. This card is a pop 19 and last sold for $10,100. Next up, we have the Raichu Daisuke Club promo, and this required 5,200 action points. This card is a pop 62 and last sold for $2,025. And both the Espeon and Raichu are prime cards, which is super cool. And I'd love to buy 3 copies of each. Japanese XY Gym promo Umbreon in a PSA 10. In Japan, this card was released as a winner's prize for the Pokemon Gym Umbreon Night Battle held in June of 2015 at participating Pokemon Gym stores. You may recognize this card from the 3-pack Breakpoint blisters. Kind of a shame this card went from an exclusive tournament prize to a blister promo. This is just an example of how Pokemon USA just likes to push out product as fast as possible, and it would have been way cooler to see this card just as prestigious in the US as it is in Japan. This card last sold for $3,255 on PWCC and is a pop 62, and I'd love to buy 3 copies. Smpratte's Japanese Tropical Wind Mega Battle in a PSA 9. The Pokemon Tropical Mega Battle was a TCG tournament held between 1999 and 2001 at the Hilton Hawaiian Village in Honolulu, Hawaii. This event was a battle between the best players from Canada, Latin America, Europe, the United States, and Japan. Approximately 50 players attended the event each year. A tournament structure was adopted in mid-2001, which led to what would become the annual World Championships, which replaced the Tropical Mega Battle in 2002. This card was only awarded to the Japanese contestants of the 2001 Tropical Mega Battle. This card currently has a 3 total pop, 1 PSA 8, 1 PSA 6, and 1 PSA 9. Smpratte happens to own the only PSA 9 in existence and has it listed on eBay for $1 million. Smpratte, if you're watching this, one day. But yeah, if I had 5 million, this would definitely be on my list. 2005 Championships Arena Battle Road in a PSA 10. This card was first released as one of the Nintendo Black Star promos with artwork by Ryo Ueda and was given to competitors participating in the 2005 Pokemon World Championships. In Japan, this card was awarded to participants of the Battle Road Stadium event held at the regional autumn 2005 Battle Road tournaments, who won a battle at the 4th stage. Smpratte currently has one listed up on eBay for $15,000 and it's a pop 35. Also, how sick is the art, and it has Celebi and Mew. Definitely on my list. Grand Party in an Auto 10. Not just any Grand Party card, smpratte currently has one listed up on eBay signed by Ken Sujimori. Which is crazy because it's very rare to be able to get his autograph. I believe he hasn't done a signing since around 2006, but I could be wrong. The history behind this card is also awesome. The Passport Challenge was introduced to those who attended the Challenge Road 99 summer events between July and August of 1999. Participants were given a challenge passport to record details of battles during the Grand Party 1999 to 2000 campaign, covering Challenge Road 1999, Autumn Battle Road 1999, and Spring Battle Road 2000. Upon recording the details of 50 matches they'd viewed, they could claim this card as a reward. He currently has this listed at $100,000. This card is definitely a grail card in the hobby, and it's also signed by Ken Sujimori, which makes it even crazier. Tropical Tidal Wave Top 16 in a PSA 10. Tropical Tidal Wave was first released at Worlds in 2005 and was later released at Worlds 2006 and 2010. Each reprint features artwork to coincide with whatever the latest game is at the time. The Worlds 2006 print features Whalmer and Munchlax to prepare for the release of Generation 4, and the Worlds 2010 print features Hoppip and Marill, two Pokemon that were introduced in Generation 2, which just had received the remakes for Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Special stamp versions were also awarded to staff who helped oversee the event and to the top ranking players in each division of the tournament. This card is the 2006 print with the top 16 stamp, and smpratte currently has this listed on eBay for $10,000, and it's a pop 9. Worlds Champions Festival cards. So all of these cards are currently listed by smpratte, shout out. I know I've listed a lot by him, but how could I not? His eBay is stocked with a bunch of amazing cards. So on my list, we have a PSA 8 World 16 Champions Festival with finalist stamp, which he has listed at $20,000 and is a pop 3. This card also features Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. Next, we have a PSA 8 World 17 Champions Festival with finalist stamp, which features a swagged out Psyduck. Listed at $20,000 and is a pop 3 and is the only 3 graded as of right now. Next, we have a PSA 9 2015 World's Champions Festival with finalist stamp, listed at $20,000 and is a pop 1, which is the highest grade as of right now. Finally, a PSA 8 World's 13 Champions Festival top 16 stamp, listed at $1,750 and is a pop 2. And it also has Bidoof art, and who doesn't love Bidoof? I'm a huge fan of Worlds promo cards, and the arts for these are absolutely incredible. Japanese 20th Anniversary Team Rocket Special Case promos in a BGS 9.5. These are some of the coolest cards ever. Like, who wouldn't want these cards? These cards came in a Team Rocket case for the 20th anniversary in Japan. Both the case and the promo cards are Japanese exclusives. The briefcase included the 2 promos, Here Comes Team Rocket and Giovanni's Scheme, along with 2 sets of sleeves and a coin. Here Comes Team Rocket sold in a BGS 9.5 at $4,400 in February of 2022, and Giovanni's Scheme sold at $3,600 in the same grade. And how beautiful do these cards look in a BGS slab. Really wish that this could have made it across the ocean here into the States. PSA 10 Team Rocket First Ed Secret Rare from Rocket Gang Strikes Back. Another beautiful Team Rocket card, and this was the first secret rare in Japan and is extremely hard to come by. It was also reprinted in the EX Team Rocket Return set. This card is a pop 56 and is currently listed on eBay for $3,500. 20th Anniversary CP6 First Ed Japanese Booster Box. This box is absolutely beautiful. Japanese boxes are just so much better than American boxes. Plus, it's evolutions, and you can't go wrong with that. The cool thing about this is that they reused the original base set art. However, if you look close enough, both Charizard and Venusaur are in their mega forms. Going off a current listing for $2,500, I'd love to buy 5 boxes at $12,500. Snap Charmander. To promote the original Pokemon Snap game, CoroCoro magazine held a contest where you had to submit your best Pokemon Snap pictures. 5 winners would each receive 21 Pokemon Snap cards with their photos from the game as an illustration. Around the same time, 64 Mario Stadium hosted a similar competition which led to 5 more winners. Unlike the CoroCoro competition, the exact number in existence is unknown but believed to also be around 20. These cards are extremely rare and even hard to come by in Japan. Recently, a Charmander Snap card was listed on Yahoo Japan auctions for $80,000 in near mint condition. Every single EX Era booster box. This is my favorite era, and these boxes are very hard to come by. I'd absolutely love to own any of these. The stage is set and the anticipation was palpable for Pokemon's ascension into the immersive 16-bit landscapes, all new villainous organizations, double battles, and legendaries of drastic proportion. All hail the Game Boy Advance era. For those who feared not being bullied at school for still playing a little kid's game, we were in a glory era of Pokemon. For the first time in franchise history, Game Freak amped up the graphics. There was an improvement from Red and Blue going into Gold and Silver with the addition of color, though both games are running in just 8-bit. Here in Ruby and Sapphire, the statistic has doubled, which is not crazy by today's standard by any means, though at the time it was very impressive. What an exciting time to still be a Pokemon fan. At this point in history, a lot of kids from the original craze went on to playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, GTA, or caught up playing FPS like Halo and Call of Duty. Big kid games. Pokemon wasn't considered cool anymore, but that does not take away from how cool this new era was. Pokemon wasn't lame, now it just went underappreciated. The graphical improvements were stellar, and the TCG was brought into the next level with the birth of EX cards and Gold Stars. Pokemon, for up until this point, was working with Wizards of the Coast, also known as the creators of Magic the Gathering. Now, here in 2003, Pokemon moved on to being printed with a new client who then pushed the boundaries of what a really cool Pokemon card can look like. These sets I'm about to show you feature some of the coolest arts in TCG history and is why the complete EX series has made it to the very top of my list. To start off this list, we have EX Ruby and Sapphire, which last sold for $8,000. This is the base set of Generation 3 and our introduction into the Hoenn region in the TCG, as well as a continuation of the e-reader series. The starters in this set are Blaziken, Swampert, and Sceptile. My personal favorite cards from this set are the Mewtwo and Sneasel EX, and the Mewtwo last sold for $1,807 in a PSA 10. Second on the list is EX Sandstorm, which last sold for $9,500. This is the late 2003 follow-up to Ruby and Sapphire, based off the Route 111 Desert in Ruby and Sapphire, featuring cards based off Pokemon found in that area. Personally, I am a huge fan of the evolutions in this set. The arts are just incredible, and the Aerodactyl and Kabutops really showcase the identity of this set. Also, shout out to Real Breaking Nate, his favorite card from this set is the Psyduck. Look how cute it is. Third is EX Dragon, which last sold for $10,000. EX Dragon is the last set with e-reader codes. Although Team Magma vs. Team Aqua is the last e-reader set, it does not contain the code. This is a criminally slept on set, and how can you not love the dragons? Classic early mid-2000s EX CG art and features debatably the coolest Charizard of all time. Plus, the whole Charizard line in this set are secret rares. There is also a National Championships stamped version of the Charizard. How sick is that? The pop is 103 in a PSA 10 and last sold for $2,950. Rayquaza EX is also one of the most iconic cards in this set, with beautiful artwork. My favorite, personally, is the Dragonite EX and the Pulsel and Minun Hollows. Fourth on the list is Team Magma vs. Team Aqua, which last sold for $7,750. This is the second villain-themed series in the franchise history, which featured Pokemon from the criminal organization crossing them over to the dark side. Team Aqua's Kyogre and Team Magma's Groudon are of course the embodiment of this set. Team Magma caught Groudon to expand the landmass, to give humanity more space to develop civilization, and Team Aqua caught Kyogre to wipe out civilization and return the world to its beginnings, so the Pokemon can live without humanity's progress. My favorite from this set are, as I mentioned earlier, the Jirachi and Absol, as well as Team Magma's Houndoom and Team Magma's Cacturn. But I'm really a huge fan of all the arts in this set. They really knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. Fifth is EX Hidden Legends, which last sold for $6,600. This set features 8 different legendaries, 7 of which are from the Hoenn region, and Celebi for some reason. The Groudon, Kyogre, and Regitrio EXs are the set's main Pokemon hidden away in 3 ancient ruins. My favorites from the set are the Jirachi and Ninetales EX. That Ninetales art is insane. The Jirachi last sold for $437, and the Ninetales last sold for $1,226 in a PSA 10. Sixth is EX Fire Red and Leaf Green, which last sold for $13,500. This set released coinciding with its Game Boy Advance release. Fire Red Leaf Green was a much-needed facelift to the series' beginnings. The starters in the set are Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. Also, y'all notice something about the Squirtle in this set? The Blastoise EX last sold for $1,305 in a PSA 10, the Venusaur EX for $717, and the Charizard EX for $3,601. Also, how sick is the Gengar EX in this set? My favorite from this set is definitely the Marowak. Such stunning artwork. Seventh is EX Team Rocket Returns, which last sold for $40,000. This set is a cult classic and viewed as one of the greatest sets of all time to many. It's the return of Team Rocket. Team Rocket Returns shows the strength of the criminal organization in full force. The Dark Rockets cards being brought into the EX format had to be one of the coolest moments in the TCG. This is also the first set to feature reverse holo stamped cards, not to be confused with today's pre-release stamps. In the EX era, reverse holos features the stamp, which is another one of my favorite things about this era. This set also includes the Hoenn starter Gold Stars, Mudkip, Torchic, and Trico. The Torchic Gold Star last sold at $43,200 on PWCC and previously sold at a high of $50,000, which makes this the second most expensive Gold Star next to Rayquaza. Another set with all-around bangers, but my favorite would have to be the Dark Dragonite. The reverse stamped one is sick and pre-boom sold at only $185 in January of 2020, which is insane. Now, the only PSA 10 listed is for $5,000. Eighth is EX Deoxys, which last sold for $60,000. This is one of the scarcest sets of all time, as it was released during 2005, which was Pokemon's lowest point in popularity. Such a legendary set featuring a plethora of bangers, including the highly coveted Rayquaza Gold Star. The Rayquaza Gold Star last sold for $40,000 in November of 2021. Some other honorable mentions are the Rockets Raikou and Sharpedo EX. Such sick cards. Also, I of course have to mention all 3 Deoxys EXs. Fun fact, there's a stamped promo card of the trainer card Space Center that was given out at Journey Across America, held at Space Center Houston to celebrate Pokemon's 10-year anniversary. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite from this set. There's a lot of heat. Of course you know I love the Jirachi, and for sure the Latios and Latias Gold Stars. Ninth is EX Emerald, which last sold for $12,313. Our final Game Boy Advance-based game release, Emerald, is a set for the 3rd installment of the Hoenn franchise, featuring new additions to the region like Rayquaza in the Battle Frontier, and also Speed Deoxys. Fun fact, the Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza arts in this set have Poke Park promos, which were given out in the Poke Park Blue file, given out at the opening of the Poke Park theme park in Nagoya, Japan. This set also introduces Double Rainbow Energy, which was essential to the meta, allowing you to boost your Pokemon with 2 energies, only taking away 10 damage from your attack. My favorite cards would have to be the Milotic EX. This set also has really cool energy cards. 10th is EX Unseen Forces, which I can't really value accurately, but I'm just going to say around $15,000. This is a cult classic set, and for many reasons. Maybe you're a Lugia and Ho fan, evolution enjoyer, or a TCG player. This was an important set for the meta, as it implemented cards such as Essential Special Energies needed and Warp Point, which is known as Escape Rope in the current meta. Unseen Forces is a very impressionable set. Beautiful cards that packed a punch, and you can't forget the legendary Dog Trio Gold Stars too. The Entei last sold for $1,260 in a PSA 10, the Raikou $1,170, and the Suicune at $1,450. Also, how sick is the Team Rocket's Persian? Fun fact time, though Lugia has a Pokemon Rocks America promo and a Poke Park promo. Pokemon Rocks America was a tour that took place in 2003 to 2005 and featured a lot of activities including TCG tournaments, a live show, contests, and allowed you to download hidden features onto your games. Y'all already know my favorite from the set, the Espeon and Umbreon EX. 11th is EX Delta Species. Again, I'm gonna have to guess, so I'm just gonna say $25,000. This groundbreaking set was ready to break all the rules. This was our introduction to the mutated Pokemon that is Delta Species. As I said earlier in the video, these Delta Species Pokemon were being experimented on in the TCG exclusive region Holland. We see Pokemon with types just about opposite of what they originally were. This set features the Groudon, Kyogre, and Metagross Gold Stars. The Groudon last sold in a PSA 10 for $3,960, the Kyogre $3,600, and the Metagross for $3,350. Again, one of my favorite EX sets. My favorites from this set are the Evolutions and the Dragonite. 12th is EX Legend Maker, which last sold at $11,200. This set is a very slept-on set, featuring some beautiful cards. Although I am a little biased being a Mew lover. Legend Maker gave us back Rainbow Energy in the meta, cool EXs, the Reggie Trio Gold Stars, and not to mention probably the coolest box topper from the EX series. The Regice last sold for $2,200 in a PSA 10, the Regirock at $1,860, and the Registeel for $1,325. My faves are the Mew EX and Delta Species Pikachu. 13th is EX Holland Phantoms, which Poke Rev approximated to be around $25,000 to $30,000. Holland Phantoms is the franchise's hot return back into Holland and Delta Species Pokemon. And much like Delta Species, this set features unforgettable Pokemon due to weird types and cool arts to go along with it. This set also includes the Mewtwo, Pikachu, and Gyarados Gold Stars. The Mewtwo Gold Star last sold in a PSA 10 for $5,520, and the Pikachu for $6,000, and the Gyarados for $16,800. Also, how sick is the Dark Metal Energy? My favorites are for sure the Mew and Pikachu Gold Star. 14th is EX Crystal Guardians, and there's one currently on sale for $24,143. This is the third installation out of the 4 Delta Species-based sets. Crystal Guardians didn't feature as much of the Delta Species Pokemon as the other 2 sets, though it did have one of the most notable ones, like the Steel and Electric Charizard, which is stonking pretty nicely. The last sale for a PSA 10 was $10,800, which is $3,000 more than the previous sale a month earlier, and over $7,000 more than the sale just 4 months earlier. An honorable mention in this set would be the Doug Trio with beautiful art by my favorite artist, Tamikaze Komiya. My favorites are the Jirachi EX as well as the Celebi and Alakazam Gold Stars. The last sale for the Jirachi in a PSA 10 was $750, the Celebi Gold Star $2,760, and the Alakazam Gold Star for $3,700. 15th is EX Dragon Frontiers, which last sold for $24,143. The fourth and final Delta Species set, arguably the best of the four, and arguably one of the best EX series sets, and also arguably the greatest set of all time. While Crystal Guardians toned it down, not having nearly as much Delta Species Pokemon, in Dragon Frontiers, nearly every single Pokemon is Delta Species, aside from Ralts, Kirlia, and Pupitar for some odd reason. Though the set does contain these Pokemon in Delta Species variants as well, so basically all of them. Lo and behold, some of the greatest Delta Species arts to ever grace the TCG, and of course, one of the only holy grails of Gold Stars, the Gold Star Charizard. Just watch out for print lines. The Charizard last sold in a PSA 10 for $27,600. My favorite is the Mew Gold Star, which last sold for $6,000 in a PSA 10. Last but not least is EX Power Keepers, which last sold at $11,200. The end of the era, but you know Pokemon had to go out with a bang. This set features classic arts from some of our favorite Pokemon, reprinted some essential staples from the meta, and blessed us with our final dose of amazing 2000s EX era art. This set also has the beautiful Ken Sujimori Charizard. And you can't forget to mention the implementation of the last Gold Stars, the Evolutions, which you already know I'm a big fan of and are my favorites from this set. The Flareon last sold in a PSA 10 for $1,925, the Vaporeon $1,725, and the Jolteon for $2,000. 6 First Ed base set booster boxes. This last one is a safe investment and you can't really go wrong with a sealed base set booster box. I'd love to keep some for my sealed collection, some for my personal collection to open up in the future, and as you guys know, this set has the Grail Charizard, the first edition Shadowless Charizard, which last sold for $420,000 on PWCC. Approximately $400K each, so a whopping total of $2,400,000 for 6 boxes. That's it for my list, y'all. Thank you guys so much for listening to me blabber about expensive cardboard for 30 minutes. And if you've stuck around with me this long and haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Go ahead and click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.